So I put the brake on, put this guy in neutral, disconnect the negative ground on the battery, and these 4 screws down here. I got these 4 screws out of here, and this lifts up, but something is holding on in the front. It's probably those 2 screws that the guy was talking about, but I don't see them. And since, alright, so I just kind of lift it up on this, and that brings out the whole piece there. So that's how that worked. Again, this is a 2008 Magnum, so it apparently is different than the 2005. So anyway, proceeding from here. Alright, so then these 2 screws here, they are Phillips, or there might be 6 or 7 millimeter, but one here and one here. And these are just posts to hold it in, so I'm guessing that once I lift up, it'll pull this whole piece out. We'll see. It appears that that's probably the ones I needed. So that thing's out. You just have to be sure you reach in and push on this thing and tug out for the connector on there. So that's that, and I'm not sure what else I need to do to get this carpet out of the way. Obviously that's got to come off. I'm wondering about up here, but anyway, I'll be back. Alright, so pop this guy out, and I see I've got a screw over here, and these of course, and pull up. You see that spongy stuff that I mentioned before, so it does have some good sort of soundproofing already there, but I'm gonna get this pulled up and clean it and put down some kill mat anyway beneath this. So that's the plan. Okay, to get this carpet out of there, it still had a piece connected up under there. This thing was sort of connected in here up around this red thing, which I have no idea how to get it out, so I tore it on purpose. Now when you put it back together, I'm just going to stuff it in there, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But to get it out of there, I had to do that. I don't know if it's connected up in front here much, but I'm going to try to pull the whole thing out now. So before ripping out the rest of that carpet in the front, there we go, the 2 front screws and the 4 back ones that were down in the console there, so I want to keep those in one spot. Driver's side carpet. Like I say, the only thing that I did was tear this part out because, you know, to get that thing out, I don't know, it looked like to be a real bear. So anyway, it's just going to be up under there and not noticeable once this is plugged in there. But this will give me an opportunity to also clean this nasty thing and anyhow, deodorize it. I got to get the passenger side one out. So once again, to get this carpet out, it's got this piece around there. They cut a little slit and popped it over this red piece. And I'll remove this, but this is so tight in here, and I have to get it all the way up over here. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to cut it right there, and I'm sure it'll be fine stuffing it back in there. If I have to, I'll sew it up, but I don't think it'd be a problem. Remembering how my Jeep was, it was fine. So I've got the carpet out of the front, and I'm going to try to get it out of the back. I still have it attached under here, and I'm not quite sure what to do about that. And I wanted to get a picture of this as far as behave light, bad light. Okay, as far as where these wires are, because we're going to take that out of there. Yeah. Let's see. Well, how does that? Oh, I see. It's going to go all the way around there. This is a good thing to see that this is actually underneath the air vent thingy. So I have to pull this out. Okay, and then pull the carpet out. This thing has to come out. So You think you're going to remember these things, but, well, I don't usually, so that's why I'm taking pictures of everything. This I've got to figure out, and once I do, I'll start to take the rest of this out. I just kind of park myself back here, examining everything. This guy pops up, got a little popper thingy underneath there. You can see it right there. Goes in the slot there somewhere. See, yep, there's a hole right there. So you just pop that up, and that kind of gets that out of the way, all you probably need it. And it looks like, oops, looks like this whole carpet thing just pulls up and over all this. Let's see. Now this will have to be undone, and then it'll come up over this guy, under this guy. These I'll have to weave back over there like I did the other side. I was going to mention I found this part, which I'm not sure what it does. It's just sitting right here, and it says open. So I have no idea. We're just sort of sitting right there. Anyway, I guess I'll look on that side and see if I see anything similar, but actually I don't see anything like that over here. I'm not even sure what it does. So extra parts, wonderful. Just wanted to point out this thing, which was particularly a pain. This connector, you have to push down right here on the end in order to lift this up to get this thing over that little jobber right there. You see it goes through the hole? Well, that's not a big deal, but it is from the bottom. So you get this side and you got to get the bottom, and just trying to get your finger in there is pretty difficult. So you need something. I happen to use this a paint can thing to kind of stick this thing up underneath and press, press down on this and pull out at the same time. So and it doesn't make it easy to have this thing in the way either. I tried sticking a long screwdriver up under there and kind of pressing against this, but it seemed I needed to come in from here and go up and over. So this thing really was a pain in the butt. But once this is done, then I should be able to pull the carpet up over this guy. Now I guess you could take this whole thing off and get to it, but of course nobody wants to do that. So I think once I route these wires over there, I should be able to start pulling this out, and we'll see. So also this guy was under here, this guy plugged in here like so. Press down on this guy to pull it out. This is the main power of the seat. Goes up front. Just slide all this over, and as you're pulling it out, this will just come out. So I think I'm about ready to start tugging this out. See what happens.